let's break down the Best New Artist category. The nominees this year are Alessia Cara, Khalid, Lil Uzi Vert, Julia Michaels, and SZA. Who do you all think is taking home the gramophone?
SZA.
You think SZA?
I think SZA. I think she should take it home. Another tough category this year. It's the theme. Alessia Cara, I thought, had a great past couple of years. I think she's super deserving of it. Khalid was so saturating this year and has brought such a beautiful new sound into the landscape. But when I think about SZA, when I think about what Best New Artist represents, it's not who came out this year. You know, you can be 5 years in the game, couple albums, still get it. I think she really represents to me just the grind of a new artist. You know, like it's been a few years and we've known about her, we've heard her, we've been excited to hear from her, but her album didn't come out. For her to be able to finally release it amidst some frustrations, she gets it out, it becomes a huge success. She's touring like crazy, she's featured everywhere. I just think she really represents the best of what this category is supposed to stand for.
I'm torn.
Me too.
Between SZA and Alessia Cara. Because I think they both represent a new kind of voice for women, especially women of color who are artists. They both did it their own way. It's not like super, it's beautiful, but it's not super glossy and put through the cookie cutter system.
Right. Yeah.
Right. And Alessia Cara had this, I mean, the year she's been out, the couple of years and the couple songs I've known her for have been so on brand for her. Like,
that's what I was about to say.
About being like who you want to be at the party, not at the party, in your artistry, how you want to dress.
How you want to feel.
How you want to feel. Yeah. But the same thing for SZA though. Honestly, like this last year watching the cultural movement that she's kind of been the soundtrack of, it reminds me of Insecure, it reminds me of a lot of different things that are happening with young people, especially young women. It's hard to choose.
I think to differ a little bit about Alessia Cara. I feel like she's maybe more so cookie cutter, but in her own way. And I don't feel like her message is original. It's her, and I love her execution of it, but I don't feel like she's the first person to take that, you know what I'm saying? To say be you, you know.
No, but I think
you know what I'm saying?
I think what is different about Alessia though is the fact that regardless of systematically how they've executed her projects, if you look at her, she looks like the everyday, around the way regular girl, which nowadays you don't see that.
You gotta fight for that.
You gotta fight for that for that to be okay and be acceptable to women and to men. And I think her and SZA both. I mean, I'm torn because I would love to see SZA take this home because I think she has forced everyone to look at female artists in a way that is just completely like free of judgment and free of criticism of the presentation. If you watch a show, if you watch SZA perform live, she's all over the place. She's bouncing all over the stage. She looks like she might have just driven in. She went to 7-Eleven on her way here and she decided she was gonna get up on stage and sing this for y'all. And really, like, she is the most free-spirited, authentic female artist we have seen in a really long time, while still being entertaining, while still being beautiful and confident. She doesn't look like anybody else, and truth be told, women of color need somebody that stands up for that and doesn't necessarily have to be the post. She's not trying to be the poster girl or poster child for anybody. She's really making an honest, authentic presentation of herself. So I really want to see her win.
That's what I'm saying about her. I feel like it's her messaging. I feel like, I mean, and again, not to take anything away from Alessia, but it's very like, you know, it's very, what can bring me down? You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, we've gotten that, and I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Don't say it, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like,
I want to hear a couple more bars. I want to hear a couple more bars.
Wait, but I think Khalid is gonna take it home.
Ooh.
I do.
Okay.
I think they're gonna
See,
give
you
it
were
to
taking
Khalid.
us somewhere, but then
she was going somewhere.
I think they're gonna give it to Khalid.
Okay.
And I hate to say this because people are gonna be mad at me when I say it, but he is a young black kid who is non-threatening to pop, mainstream, safe America. And he's still soulful, and he's still R&B, and he still represents music in a way that, and as Claude said, whatever everybody calls urban music, in a way that still generates that same sort of feeling and evokes that same sort of emotion. He's a young kid who is he's a writer, he's expressive, and I think it's really incredible to see a young black man be that in touch with his feelings and for that to be okay in our culture. I think we 9 times out of 10 don't allow men of color to be that expressive without calling them soft or less of a man. And I think this is a great opportunity for not only, you know, other young kids of color, but also for other people to see that music still wins. Music is still the universal connection. It's still the universal way of connectivity. And I think Khalid is the perfect representation of that. And I think they're gonna honor that.
So let's get our final votes in. Who should win Best New Artist?
I know.
My vote's SZA, all day.
SZA.
I'm going for SZA.
I mean, I want SZA to win, but I think Khalid's gonna take the cake.